In this episode we ride on the edge of cliffs, we go to 18,000 feet in altitude, we visit a monastery with a 106-foot Buddha statue, and we also see the double-humped camels in the desert. Stick around folks, this is a ripper episode. This series was brought to you by Roaming Horizons. Head over to roaminghorizons.com.au to book your next Himalayan motorcycle journey. We're gearing up. We're heading up to the highest peak that we're going to be travelling on this trip, which is the second highest motorable road in the world. So the trick is we get to the top, we have literally 5 or 10 minutes for a photo opportunity, and we have to descend before we all get sick with altitude sickness. The team have been amazing. Prem, the organiser from Australia, from Roaming Horizons, is exceptional, taking care of absolutely everyone. But the support crew that he's got here, these boys right there in the support vehicle, are absolutely exceptional in every way. Mechanic, spot on, fixes everything in an instant. We've got the tour guide, we've got the road captain as well. You couldn't ask for a better team at all. Anyway, let's go and see what today holds.
There's no fear. We're just going to go.
Well, as you can see, the cows run the show in Leh. In fact, most of India, you'll come around a corner and you'll see a cow or a donkey or a yak. Something to be aware of when you're riding in this region. Today we're heading from Leh to Khardung La. Now this is the second highest motorable road in the world. So strap in, because this is one episode you're not going to want to miss. Now Leh is a little town that's nestled high in the Himalayas, and it was an ancient trading post, but it has been our home for the last few days, and now it is time to leave it behind as we venture out. Khardung La is only 40 kilometres away, but it's likely to take us more than an hour because of the road conditions as well. The Leh to Khardung La road offers some of the most breathtaking vistas you'll ever witness. As you climb higher, you'll feel like you're on top of the world. We are at 5,136 metres now, and although I had adapted down at 4,300 metres, I haven't adapted for here. It's hard to breathe, feeling a little bit nausea, but I don't know, I wonder how far we are, maybe 2/3 of the way to the top, maybe halfway, I'm not sure. We only got a kilometre or so up the road and we were held up by roadworks. As you can see, the excavators madly digging at the side of the hill. These roads often fall out in landslides and rock slides, so to me it looked like they were trying to make the road safer for the season ahead. As you can see, once we got the all clear to make our way through, it was every man for themselves. The downhill traffic was coming through, we were letting trucks through first, but every single motorcycle on that pass was trying to push in to get through first. They certainly didn't get there faster, but there was some sort of energy and excitement just to get through this roadblock. Right, so we're at 6,007 metres, and as you can see, it's a bit of a war to get your photos taken with the sign, so I'm not even going to fight them. I know I was here, that's all that matters to me. Who would have thought there'd be so many people at the top of the world trying to get their photos taken with this sign all at once? It's a very popular place. We do pass some beautiful high passes later on in the trip, which had almost no one there. Much more enjoyable, I must say. Anyway, now it's time to head down the mountains. We pass a couple of yaks on the side of the road, and then we head down into our lunch location. After lunch it was time to hit the road again. This time we'll be stopping just outside Khardung. Now Khardung is the village that Khardung La was named after. The La in Khardung La actually means mountain pass in Tibetan. So anytime you see a La on the end of a word, it means mountain pass. Well, shortly after lunch, we've stopped on the side of the road, so check out this view. That's the little village that we just came through. Look at that view. Whew. Worth every bit of it. Wow, that was possibly one of the best roads I have ever ridden. It is only a single lane, so you do have to be careful on the blind corners, but man, the road surface was awesome, the cornering, all downhill. Anyway, we're here looking over the Nubra Valley and the Shock River. Look at this, that's just stunning. A nice little village down here as well. Beautiful. How about that? It's amazing. 100 foot tall, I think. And yeah, very cool. Such detail, and the colours are absolutely amazing. Wow. The Diskit Monastery is a major tourist attraction in the Nubra Valley, not just for its incredible location, but for the 106 feet Maitreya Buddha statue which is located just below the monastery. This was truly a sight to be seen. It absolutely blew me away. This beautiful statue of Buddha overlooking the Nubra Valley. It was huge, it was colourful, it was beautiful, and the pictures make it look amazing, but to the naked eye, it was absolutely sensational. Well, that truly took my breath away. That will be a location that will be in my memory for the rest of my life. Anyway, back on the road, on to our next destination. A unique thing about the Himalayan road building crew is that there is literally hundreds of them on the side of the road working with relatively primitive tools, brooms, pickaxes and shovels. There isn't much technology being used, but I guess in general they certainly have the manpower to get it done. Well, it's getting late in the day. It's 6:14 p.m. We're still at 4,021 metres, so still a bit breathless. But we've come to some sand dunes not far from where that Buddhist temple was to see the double-humped camels. I don't know if anyone's going to ride them or not, but I'm going to show them to you anyway.
Groundwater coming up, the siphon pump.
What's it like, Martin?
Beautiful, mate.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a really long day, but we're checked in to our bamboo cabins and there's a bonfire on, so let's go and check it out. Our awesome local crew set up a bonfire for us, skewered some chicken, basted it with the most amazing curry flavours, and this was one of my favourite meals on the whole trip. It didn't take long after a Godfather beer, which is 8% alcohol over there, until everyone was up and dancing around the fire and reminiscing about such an awesome day. In the next episode, we tackle some of the most treacherous terrain yet on this trip. We see some bush mechanics at work, and we unveil the most amazing blue lake. Until then, be sure to subscribe and make sure you check out the video at the top of the screen now. See you next time.